Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Gothic Gamer, and welcome to World of Tanks. Now I've got a doozy of a video for you tonight. This is the Chi-No-Kai, the Japanese Tier 5 premium medium tank. The first of its kind, because when World of Tanks introduced the Japanese tech tree to console, this was the first tank that they showcased it. They showcased it as the Chi-No-Kai. And me, being a complete noob, only at tier 7, thought, it's a new tank from a new nation. I have to get this tank to show everyone how cool I am and up to date I am. Says the one reviewing the tank, well, not quite reviewing the tank, in 2018. So, what's good about this tank? Well, the gun's pretty good. And the mobility isn't, well, mobility's... Concealment's good. The gun's good, and concealment is fairly good for the Chi-No-Kai. That makes up for the fact that the mobility isn't. It's average, and the armor is just terrible, even for tier 5. So, we're here on Westfield. I'm coming up to one of my favourite spots to go. Ready to spot any targets, even though it's only a 7v7. There's my first target in the form of a T-67, which is a top tier tank destroyer. It could be active scouting. So I've already put 2 shots into him. He takes another shot. And there we go. I've finished him off. First kill of the game. I recorded a lot of, well, every single one of these games tonight. Late at night, which explains the low server population. There is a light there. We've just lost our artillery. There's an M7 up near the base. There he is. He's going to be a pain in the ass, because that medium tank down south, I think that's the Champion M4, is the only tank who has actually gone all the way. He's actually, well, properly left the base. I haven't, because in my defense, I have crap armor. I am not a brawler. You shouldn't brawl in any of the Japanese tanks. Well, medium tanks. Heavy tanks, yeah. So yeah, and there is... That's a tier 3. That's the Panzer 38. Is that the 38T or the NA? It wasn't the NA. The NA is tier 4. So now I'm coming back to defend the base. Not just because of that M7, but there was a tank up near the base that got taken out by a tank destroyer. I think that was the Stug. I'm going to be seeing more of that Stug. There's the M7. So I've been spotted. But I'm not moving because no one is targeting me. Blown his tracks off. There we go. I've been targeted. So now I definitely know someone is looking at me. And is someone actually looking at me? No, they aren't. So there's the enemy artillery again, knocking out the Champion M4 down where he was just continuing on. So we just have the T1 Heavy, the Stug, and the VK3001H, as well as the artillery. All I can tell you about the artillery is that it's French, and therefore the damage isn't going to be too good, but I have paper armor. Any artillery hit on me is bound to be fatal. So, what else to say about this tank? Well, because it came out when Wargaming had a hard-on for preferential matchmaking premium vehicles, this machine only sees up to tier 6. And to me, that is very, very good, because I have played this tank on PC, and on PC it goes up to tier 7, and it plays exactly the same. This thing would struggle incredibly in a tier 7 game, but it would still do fairly well in a tier 6. And there is the VK3001. I've been spotted, I've been targeted, so they're looking at me. That was the Stug firing at me. I'll wait for it. There's the T1 Heavy. There's that Stug. I take a hit. I don't quite have the hit points either. I only have 400 hit points. So now I'm trying to get my bearings as to where these enemy tanks exactly are. And this medium tank, I think it was the T-34. He's going to spot them for me. So that Stug's trying to pepper me. He's peppering my area where he thinks I'm going to be. And there's the T1 Heavy, and there's the Stug. And I go for the Stug first because the Stug is more lethal. It's got a good camera rating, that machine. And I'm just not able to hit him. The gun's accurate, but it's not that accurate. You know, it's Japanese. It'll never be as accurate as a Russian tank firing on the move. But nevertheless, I've hit him twice now. It'll be only one more hit, and there we go. Stug is dead. And where's that T1 Heavy? Is the artillery trying to desperately hit that T-34 before he lights up the T1 Heavy again? Because they know I will take him out. It's got a decent rate of fire as well, this gun. And that's before you go adding consumables and equipment and the relevant skills. This tank's good anyway because I've got jury in the tank. And if you've seen any of my previous videos, you would probably know who I mean by jury. So now I'm deciding. There is artillery. Artillery has not spotted me. I'm loading the high explosive here as well. I don't kill him with that shot, but he's not bothered. He's just fired. The T1 Heavy's just killed the T-34, and I see the T1 Heavy, and I haven't got a shot at him. So now what do? The A20 and the KV-1 are still in the same spot as they were 2 minutes ago. They have not moved. I mean, they're not going to stay there the whole game, you know. I'll tell you that now before you can start getting your pitchforks and torches out. But they're both over where I basically were, up near the bushes on the far side of the bridge. Whereas that T1 Heavy, he probably knows I'm over here. I seriously doubt he'll be going to the base. If he's at the base, then, well, we know where he is. Ah, there's that, possibly the KV-1 or the KV or the A20 saying need a target. Sure. Now he's saying attack. That's probably the KV-1. So now here I am in the cap circle. So the T1, if the T1 Heavy has been paying any attention to his map, he's going to know who is in the cap circle. He's going to know I took out the artillery. So he's going to know I'm down here. And if he's on full health, I could be in trouble. So I'm not quite taking my chances. I'm looking around for a possible way out, just in case he actually spots me. I know I'm going to spot him first, if he's on top of that hill. I'll be able to spot him first and I'll get the first shot off. He only has to hit me twice though, whereas I'll probably have to hit him 4 or 5 times. And there he is. I fire. He see me. I went into his tracks. And he's not firing. What's he doing? Still got 30 seconds. 30 seconds before a successful cap. There's the KV-1. Lumbering behind him. Still in the sound of the A20. I penetrate him again, and shortcut in recording because Xbox DVR allows up to 10 minutes. Is he going to poke out? Well, it's not going to make any difference now. He should have poked out because I've captured the base. KV-1 puts a shot into him. I take a shot from an ally. I penetrate him. Doesn't kill him. KV-1 gets the kill. And that is the first game of tonight. It wasn't the first game of the night. This was my first game of the night. I forgot what the name was called. I forgot the actual map name. This is the Mercenaries remodel or whatever it was. I do like the map. It just takes me a while to get used to it. Every time I had spawned on this map, I've also just noticed that the spawn point is right in the middle of the base. Right in the middle of the map. I didn't spawn in the middle of the map. So yeah, I needed to get used to this map from this perspective. I could not recall going to the top, spawning on top of this map, and this is why. Because I was going to Kemp Bush like an absolute boss, but there is a building in the way. I'm wondering if there was a way around, but there isn't. And I'm not going to spot anything through that gap. And what would you know it? I've been followed up here. There's a Panzer 38 NA just committed suicide on the enemy team. I mean, it's a tier 4, but it's a tier 4 light tank. This is a tier 6 game. So what can a Chinukai do in a tier 6 game where it's basically bottom tier? Well, you play how you do in a tier 5 game. You sit back on the second line, preferably behind either cover or a bush, and you put your gun to work. And this was just perfect for me. So there's a T40 there, and there's also a KV2, and there is also a KV1 there. And I'm taking pot shots at this KV1 because I've tracked him. He's gone undetected, but that doesn't mean he's moved. Because those enemy damage ribbons are going to keep coming. So that missed, but that didn't, so he's still there. He's trying to fire back. I've spotted a tank. That's the Crusader. There we go. Chinukai kills KV1. The Crusader's going to spot me, but he's going to pay the price. Meet the bathtub. Ammo racks the Crusader brilliantly. I'm still being targeted. I don't really want to poke out because that's when the KV2 pops up. Now I know he'll be at sniping range, but to KV2, I don't know if he's sacrificed any political dissidence or anything. So I put a shot into the T40, and there's a T-3485, and that T-3485 is going to be a very annoying T-3485. Not just because it's Russian, by the way. So we've just lost a VK-36 to himself. And there's the KV-2. Now, I don't want to let him get too close to our guys, because, you know, it's a KV-2. Doesn't even have to land in the same postcode to damage a tank for half its hit points in modules. But I'm getting a lot of track target assists. And that is when there's another tank up there firing. But I just killed the KV2. Straight through the side of the turret. There goes the bathtub for some reason. Which is odd considering it had a very good gun. And it's a tank destroyer. So here we go. T-3485 puts a shot into me. He's going to put a second shot. No, he's going to donk it straight into the ground in front of me. And now I'm getting shot from behind. But we're currently winning 5-4, you know, so it could be worse. I've got shots on the T40. I know he's still there, but there we go, the Hetzer kills him. So we've now pulled forward 6-4. But I need some help now. Not including that bathtub, who's probably going to have his engine face towards him anyway. I'm the only tank between that T-3485 and that STRV M42. And, well, beginning to capture the base. But he's just taken some big old hits there. We've just lost the Excelsior. You may have noticed most of my team hadn't even left the base. Yeah, this is as far as I go in a Chi-Nu Kai, because, you know, I don't fancy throwing my tank away. So now I'm just taking up a position, trying to get into, well, a better position than that hill. There's no artillery, and if there was artillery, I would have been boned a long time ago. If they were targeting me. So there's the KV-1, he's just killed the enemy T-14. If I do apologise in advance if I'm reading any of these wrong. I have a very pixelated screen, and I don't wish to make it any bigger because that's just going to take up more memory. So I'm watching that KV-1 thinking, is he going to die before it reaches the base? And that's when a Marder pops up right behind me. This is where I start getting very aggressive with the Chi-Nu Kai. This is something you should not do on a daily basis. And, you know, owners of this tank would probably be agreeing with me. You know, if you brawl, the only good brawling Chi-Nu Kai is a dead brawling Chi-Nu Kai, because that's what's going to happen to you. So T-3485's just put a shot into me. I just put a blind shot into him. There's the M5 Stuart. There's a Panzer 5.4. And this is where I think it could be all over, but no, he's not. And there's an STRV M42. He's put a shot in there, and now I'm thinking, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna kill him. And I've killed him. And there's the Ram Panzer, and he's firing the Mark 5 skill round. And the M5 Stuart's trying to finish me off. But what's gonna happen now? Well, I'll tell you what's gonna happen now. Enemy M6, I think that is. It's just committed suicide. There's a lot of suicides in this game. And I didn't even bother checking to find out why. So now I have a plan. I did put that blind shot into that T-3485. But given the mobility of that machine, he would have started attacking by now, given his hit points. You know, it's got a good rate of fire, it's got better armour than the Chi-Nu Kai. I mean, it's a tier higher. But where is he? There's the Ram Panzer, and then with the Ram Panzer going that side, I'm partially convinced that the T-3485 is actually taking the scenic route around the map to start flanking us from that hill. I mean, it wouldn't be the best strategy because the T-3485 lacks gun depression. But I'm thinking, if I at least die to him, and he actually is down here, there's the M5 Stuart, and I'm hoping I don't get spotted coming down here, otherwise that would have ruined the surprise if the T-3485 actually comes from up here. Now, this is where I probably lose the game for my team. Now, in all respect, in my opinion, I lose the game for both myself and my team right here. Not because I fell back, but it's because, as you'll see now, There we go. I'm paranoid that this T-3485 is actually going to come up behind me. So I actually leave my position. And the STVZ39 has just finished off the KV. Is that the KV or the M6? I do not know. And I'm thinking, no, that T-3485 would have popped up by now. And that delay in recording is where the T-3485 makes his appearance. So he's destroyed the Marder. I've set him on fire, but he's put the fire out. The M5 Stuart is capping. How do I know that? Well, there's 3 medium tanks on the enemy team, 1 light tank, he's in the cap circle. I haven't hit the T-3485. There we go. Hetz is down. Is the T-3485 going to die to me? There we go. T-3485 down. Who's next? Oh fuck, that's a Ram Panzer. And last time I checked, he was firing the Mark V skill. Is he still firing the Mark V skill? You bet your ass he is. And that's what you get. Remember, I haven't got the best rate of fire. That's where, and if he didn't hit me there, I would have actually finished this tank off. But because the Japanese Chi-No-Kai has no armour, it can die to a tier 4. And that shows that, you know, to me, I feel I let my team down. Moving on. This is Ghost Town, the most symmetrical map in all of World of Tanks. And what I mean by that, I mean split the map in half from A1 to K0, and then rotate one half of that 180 degrees. And you'll just get the same side. You know, it's just lack of creativity. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad map, it's just you could do better. Hell, I prefer Kharkov, and that's on PC. So, unlike that filthy 15 versus 15 game that I played, this is another late night 7v7. And I also have 2 perspectives of this game, because I thought I could record all 5 minutes, well, because this game was less than 5 minutes, I thought I could record 5 minutes of this. Nope, wasn't having that, it's just deciding to record 3 minutes. So, the majority of the enemy tanks have been spotted in the town, starting with that light tank. Someone's taken a shot up on the mountain, thinking there is a tank destroyer there, but nope, there's a T1 heavy. I hit his fuel tanks and he suddenly stops. Now I don't know why. I mean, I didn't blow his tracks off, I didn't kill his driver. This isn't War Thunder, but he's just stopped there now. I mean, he's turning towards me. Like, whatever are you? What? I'm not gonna kill him, am I? Like, I haven't got 5 shots into him. I'm not gonna actually. I've killed him. Okay, T1 heavy confirmed to be deleted, and that's a KV2 turn. The VK36 has just killed that. KV1, M4 has killed the Panzer IV. I've set the KV1S on fire. The KV1S got set on fire. Low damage roll. Joking, that's an ammo rack. Well, I meant to say low health. You know, you're supposed to ammo rack them at full health or 3/4 health, not 1 shot. So, there's an M4. The M4 is going to be history. And now, I'm like, wait, so the rest actually went north. So there are 2 tank destroyers heading north, possibly. So I'm leaving them with the medium tank, that M4, because I know the M4 can't hold out on its own. And I've got a light tank who's probably going to reach the base before me. or he's going to spot this tank destroyer. There's the other tank destroyer. He's also in the town. I also have my team capturing the enemy base as well. So, you know, there's no real pressure. But there he is. Oh, it's a Marder 38T. Load the high explosive. He's killed the light tank. I've missed. There we go. Hit him. Critical hit. He hasn't seen me. Am I going to finish him off? Oh, I've missed. I've reset the cap anyway, so it doesn't make no difference. There we go. Finally killed him. There's only one tank left. But am I going to find him in time? Well, the answer to that is no. You see, my team would definitely more cap, no kill all, with their kappa capping with their cappuccinos. You know, that sort of tactic. The people who say, no, we cap, are the ones who say kappa all the time and drink cappuccinos. Anyway, next game. And so we come to the last replay that I have of tonight's video. This, I think, was recorded on another day. I think I recorded all the previous games on the same day, in no particular order as well. This was a game I played, I think, the day before. So it's a tier 5 game on El Haluf War. The map sort of in my favour, because, you know, it's a good second line sniper, or a good ridge sniper. And, you know, while the armour isn't that good, it can pull off some fairly decent trollish bounces, especially if you hit above the mantlet. So I'm heading over to my favourite spot on the north side of El Haluf, which is the secondary camping spot, as I call it, because, you know, if you're a tank destroyer or a heavy tank, you'll just drive 50 meters forward to D7. That's too mainstream. You know, you're too much of a target for artillery, and what the bloody hell are you doing here? That's an Su-76 FT, a Chinese tier 4 light tank destroyer. Well, there's his engine. It's been damaged. It wasn't that mobile anyway. And there goes his tracks, and his engine, and there goes his chance of playing the game. Back to the garage, Mr. Chinese. The Japanese are back in town. So, next target. What are we looking at? Well, we haven't got any medium tanks on the enemy team. We haven't got any heavy tanks on the enemy team. All we have is light tanks, tank destroyers, and artillery. And there's a Stug. Now that Stug is not going to have a very good game. So he's trying to shoot me once. I've just hit him again. He's just bounced me, because that's what happens in this tank. And he's deciding, screw that. I'm just running away. Just haven't got time for that. And that's when he gets derped by a T-40. So that's great stuff there. Now, 3 of my teammates, is that 4? That's 4 of my teammates are pushing up on the canyon. It's reasonably good stuff. And there is a Chi-Ha. I think that's a Chi-Ha. But I'm convinced someone is going to see me if I shoot at him. You know, there are other two more tank destroyers, and we know where they are. We know they're going to be on that ridge. Because where else would you actually go in a tank? Well, mind you, I've been wrong twice, because, you know, I've had that Su-76 and that Stug. So where's that Chi-Ha? Oh, there's artillery. I'm not going to be able to see him. Where's the Chi-Ha? Oh, I'm not going to hit him, am I? Yes, I am. Chi-Ha deleted. There's the Stug 3. And there's the other Stug. Well, these Stugs are not going to have very good games. So there goes one. The light tank. There's also a light tank up north, but I don't think I noticed him. Oh yeah, I did notice him. T40's killed him anyway, so that's good. It's the second kill for that T40 in this game. I know it's only a late night game, but credit where credit's due. Now, where's this last Stug going to be? Is he going to be there? Has he moved? There he is. And I've hit him. I've destroyed his engine, I think. And that is the best way to describe the accuracy of this gun. It's bloody accurate. While it's not Russian medium fire on the move accurate. It's just fairly accurate. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.